But we do have some breaking news that we want to get to. This is major news coming out here that the DOJ has just unsealed Trump's indictment there. So in just a bit, we are going to read out some of that here for you on Live Now from Fox. I also want to point out, coming up in an hour, we are expected to hear from the special counsel in this investigation to talk about the indictment as it has just been unsealed there. So we are going to be bringing that to you live, raw, and unfiltered right here on Live Now from Fox. Do want to get
Rob DeSanctimonious
some of this, indictment right here for you, as this is going to be really the major news story all the way leading up to Tuesday when he is arraigned here. So let's break it all down for us. In the indictment, it says Trump twice showed classified documents to other people here. It says Donald J. Trump was the 45th president of the United States of America. He held office from January 20th, 2017 until January 20th of 2021. So that is just some of the opening right there. But I want to get to really the meat here of this indictment. Like I said, it was just unsealed here. And we're going to do our best here to bring you the biggest story right here on Live Now from Fox. So let's read out this indictment. It says, over the course of his presidency, Trump gathered newspapers, press clippings, letters, notes, cards, photographs, official documents. Among the materials Trump stored in his boxes were hundreds of classified documents. The classified documents Trump stored in his boxes included information regarding defense and weapons capabilities of both the United States and foreign countries, United States nuclear programs, potential vulnerabilities of the United States and its allies to military attack, and plans for possible retaliation in response to a foreign attack. The unauthorized disclosure of these classified documents could put at risk the national security of the United States, foreign relations, the safety of the United States military and human sources, and the continued viability of sensitive intelligence collection methods. At 12 p.m. on January 20th, 2021, Trump ceased to be president. As he departed the White House, Trump caused scores of boxes, many of which contained classified documents, to be transported to the Mar-a-Lago club in Palm Beach, Florida, where he maintained his residence. Trump was not authorized to possess or retain those classified documents. The Mar-a-Lago Club was an active social club which between January 2021 and August of 2022 hosted events for tens of thousands of members and guests. After Trump's presidency, the Mar-a-Lago Club was not an authorized location for the storage, possession, review, display, or discussion of classified documents. Nevertheless, Trump stored his boxes containing classified documents in various locations at the Mar-a-Lago Club, including in a ballroom, a bathroom, a shower, an office space, his bedroom, and a storage room. On two occasions in 2021, Trump showed classified documents to others as follows. In July of 2021, at Trump National Golf Club in Bedminster, New Jersey, during an audio recorded meeting with a writer, a publisher, and two members of his staff, none of whom possessed a security clearance, Trump showed and described a plan of attack that Trump said was prepared for him by the Department of Defense and a senior military official. Trump told the individuals that the plan was highly confidential and secret. Trump also said, as president, I could have declassified it, and now I can't, but this is still a secret. In August or September of 2021 at the Bedminster Club, Trump showed a representative of his political action committee who did not possess a security clearance a classified map related to military operation, and the representative that he should not be showing it to the representative and that the representative should not get too close. The indictment also reads, on March 30th of 2022, the Federal Bureau of Investigation opened a criminal investigation into the unlawful retention of classified documents at the Mar-a-Lago Club. A federal grand jury investigation began next month. The grand jury issued a subpoena requiring Trump to turn over all documents with classified markings. Trump endeavored to obstruct the FBI and grand jury investigations and conceal his continued retention of classified documents by, among other things, suggesting that his attorney falsely represent to the FBI and grand jury that Trump did not have documents called for by the grand jury subpoena, directing a defendant Walty Nauta to move boxes of documents to conceal them from Trump attorney, the FBI, and grand jury, suggesting that his attorney hide or destroy documents called for by the grand jury subpoena, providing to the FBI and grand jury just some of the documents called for by the grand jury subpoena while claiming he was cooperating fully, and causing a certification to be submitted to the FBI and grand jury, falsely representing that all documents called for by the grand jury subpoena had been produced, while knowing that, in fact, not all such documents had been produced there. So that we are just reading off some of the indictment that has just been unsealed. If you're just joining us here, everyone, on Live Now from Fox, the special counsel will actually be reacting to this unsealment and, of course, the indictment there of the former president, Donald J. Trump. He is going to be arraigned on Tuesday. But today's big news is that the indictment was unsealed and that the special counsel will be actually speaking at 3 p.m. Eastern, so less than an hour away right here. We should also mention the indictment says Trump stored classified info in a Mar-a-Lago ballroom, bathroom, and even a shower. According to the indictment, Trump twice showed classified documents to others in 2021 as well. So this is still breaking news at this moment here, and we're going to read off some more of this indictment here. It's a lengthy one. As a result of Trump's retention of classified documents after his presidency and refusal to return them, hundreds of classified documents were not recovered by the United States government until 2022, as follows. On January 17th, nearly 1 year after Trump left office and after months of demands by the National Archives and Records Administration for Trump to provide all missing presidential records, Trump provided only 15 boxes, which contained 197 documents with classification markings. On June 3rd, in response to a grand jury subpoena demanding the production of all documents with classification markings, Trump's attorney provided to the FBI 38 more documents with classification markings. On August 8th, pursuant to a court-authorized search warrant, the FBI recovered from Trump's office and storage room at the Mar-a-Lago Club 102 more documents with classification markings. The indictment also reads that Trump knew he could not declassify documents after he left the presidency. Let's take a live look right now, everyone. This is the federal courthouse there in Miami. That will be the scene, of course, on Tuesday for the big arraignment there of Donald J. Trump. Right now, he is still at his club there in New Jersey, in Bedminster, and we are going to be continuing to follow this story for you every step of the way on Live Now from Fox. The indictment also reads out for Trump's co-conspirator, it says. Defendant Nauta was a member of the United States Navy stationed as a valet in the White House during Trump's presidency. Beginning in August of 2021, Nauta became an executive assistant in the office of Donald J. Trump and served as Trump's personal aide or body man. Nauta reported to Trump, worked closely with Trump, and traveled with Trump as well. The Mar-a-Lago Club. And let's read just a little bit more here on the classified information that I want to get to. Again, we just got this indictment in here, several pages detailing the alleged crimes there of Donald J. Trump. According to the indictment, national security information was information owned by, produced for, and under the control of the United States government, pursuant to Executive Order 12958, signed on April 17th, 1995, as amended by Executive Order 13292 on March 25th, 2003. Information was classified as top secret if the unauthorized disclosure of that information reasonably could be expected to cause exceptionally grave damage damage to the national security that the original classification authority was able to describe there. And I'm just going to read off some more here of Donald Trump's indictment here. As a candidate for President of the United States, Trump made the following public statements, among others, about classified information. On August 18, 2016, Trump stated, "In my administration, I'm going to enforce all laws concerning the protection of classified information. No one will be above the law there." And then the indictment also reads out Trump's retention of classified documents after his presidency. It details, in January of 2021, as he was preparing to leave the White House, Trump and his White House staff, including NADA, packed items, including some of Trump's boxes. Trump was personally involved in this process. Trump caused his boxes containing hundreds of classified documents to be transported from the White House to the Mar-a-Lago club. From January through March 15th of 2021, some of Trump's boxes were stored in the Mar-a-Lago club's white and gold ballroom, in which events and gatherings took place. Trump's boxes were for a time stacked on a ballroom stage, as depicted in a photograph that was part of the indictment. In March of 2021, NADA and others moved some of Trump's boxes from the white and gold ballroom to the business center at the Mar-a-Lago club. On April 5th, 2021, an employee of the office of Donald J. Trump texted another employee of that office, Trump employee 2, it says in the indictment, to ask whether Trump's boxes could be moved out of the business center to make room for staff to use it as an office. Trump employee 2 replied, "Whoa, okay, so POTUS specifically asked Walt for those boxes to be in the business center because they are his papers." Later that day, Trump employee 1 and Trump employee 2 exchanged the following text message where they says, "We can definitely make it work if we move his papers into the lake room. There is still a little room in the shower where his other stuff is. Is it only his papers he cares about? There's some other stuff in there that are not papers. Could that go to storage?" Trump employee 2 said, "Yes, anything that's not the beautiful mine paper boxes can definitely go to storage. Want to take a look at the space and start moving them tomorrow in the morning there." So we will continue to read on parts of this indictment that just came out right now. Again, the special counsel expected to speak within the next 50 minutes. Stay right here. Live Now from Fox, going to continue to bring you this coverage. Breaking news right now as the DOJ unsealing the Trump indictment, as the former president is looking at serious counts there against him, and if convicted, could be spending the rest of his life there behind bars.